All right. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Kai.
So this morning I have a question for you. Have any of you ever been to the beach before? Can you raise your hand if you've been to the beach? Have you ever seen a wave in the ocean before? Yeah? Have you seen a big wave before? Yeah. Okay, now switching gears a little bit. Have you ever seen a human wave before? Yeah. Oh, yeah. We got some people out there doing it. So there are two different ways that people can wave. One is by doing this. Can everybody do that? So that's a way that we wave. But there's another really fun way that we do the wave, and it happens a lot of times at big events where there's lots and lots of people, like maybe at a sporting event or at a concert or at some sort of youth event where people do the wave. And how it happens a lot of times is one person's, like one group of people starts over here, and they all take turns standing up and going, woo, like that, and it goes, woo, like that, and it's a big wave of just people's arms go up and down. And this morning, we're going to do that. So congregational involvement time, I'm not asking you to stand up. You can stay seated, but I am going to ask for your arms to be our waves this morning. So here's what's, in a little bit, we're going to practice, we're going to have the congregation practice doing the wave, and you can do it with them. But then in a little bit, we're going to reenact a little bit, maybe one little part of our gospel story this morning, where you all get to be Jesus, and you get to tell the waves out there in the congregation, peace, be still. And when you hear the shout that, that's when you stop doing your waves. And so the waves, we're going to have a little fun with them. You guys ready? Okay, so I'm going to stand up. You want to start over here? All right, so Dr. Hewitt's going to start for us. Here we go. And we're going right back the other way. Yay! All right, so you see how the wave works? All right, so now this time, we're going to start with these waves like this, and then we're just going to get crazy. We're not even going to go in order. So that you can, I want you all, actually, you come stand up right here for me so you can look out and see how crazy these waves are going to get. Because in our Bible story today, the disciples and Jesus were in a boat where the waves were small and calm to start with, normal waves, and then it got crazy with a big storm. So we're going to watch out here and see how the wave starts, and then it's going to get crazy. You guys ready out there? All right, here we go. Normal waves, back and forth, normal waves. And then, waves are going crazy. It's a big storm. Just waves all the time. So at this point, the disciples, keep going. The disciples are feeling really kind of scared because the waves are like crashing against their boat. And then, okay, on 3, you're going to say, peace, be still. You guys ready? They need to be able to hear you. 1, 2, 3. Peace, be still. And the waves stopped. All right, you can have a seat. Thank you, everybody. That was wonderful. So this is kind of what happened in our Bible story today. Jesus and the disciples were on a boat out on the water, and they were traveling along normally, and then a big storm came up, and the waves got crazy, and water started splashing into their boat. And guess what Jesus was doing this whole time? He was taking a nap. He didn't even wake up. The disciples, he wasn't worried at all. The disciples got really nervous, and they went and woke Jesus up there. Jesus, we're going to drown. The boat's going to sink. And then Jesus wakes up, and he's like, this is not a big deal. And he says, peace, be still, to the storm and to the waves. And guess what happened? The same thing that happened out here. When you said, peace, be still, the waves stopped, right? And the same thing happens in our gospel story today. And so today, we learned from Jesus that Jesus had the power to stop a big storm and big waves. But even more than that, we learned today that Jesus also has the ability to call those storms that are inside of each of us. Every single person here, all the people out there, and all of you, have you ever felt big emotions that are just like too big for your body maybe? And you have to let them out, and sometimes that's screaming, sometimes it's crying, sometimes maybe you stamp your feet. Have you ever had that happen? I have, and I'm pretty sure everybody out here has. We all have these storms that sometimes happen inside of us. And today our good news is that Jesus and God are with us when we have those big storms happen inside of us, and when life throws big storms at us on the outside, God and Jesus are with us in the midst of those storms too. And today we learn that Jesus and God, if we let them, have the power to calm those storms in our lives. And that's our good news day. So with that, I'd love for you to repeat after me with prayer and invite the congregation to join as well. Dear God, thank you for Jesus. Help us to remember that whenever life gets stormy and full of big waves and messes, that you are there with us, ready to calm the storms. We love you. Amen. All right, thanks for coming up, everybody. And a special thank you to our waves out there. That was wonderful.